It's patch 1.0.2 and it's time to roll a new mount. Welcome back to another Bit Legends video, fellas. This is an awesome patch. There's tons of content, so there's gonna be tons of videos for me to make for you guys. One thing I want to show you guys before we get into it is I do have the tank weapon, I do have the tank device, and the tank device might actually be a good pairing with Artist. So I'll be talking about Artist and I'll be talking about Raid 9 in the future because those are two parts of the new content. I've got everything else. The only thing I don't have is the helmet. However, if we go over to the guild boss to give you guys a progress update, hey, look at that. So Chinese 6'9", he got the helmet last time, and I was super hoping, fingers crossed, all that good stuff, that we get another helmet drop because I was the next one in line. And there you go. That will finish my bis until we're getting mythic items from the guild boss, and then we'll kind of my biz changes a little bit based on that. But as far as like the guild boss 5 fight, if you look at the new 5-piece set bonus when attacked, randomly one teammate will gain 3 SP. One teammate whose SP is not full will gain 3 SP when I get hit. So that should be a pretty big deal in Guild Boss 5 battle. It probably won't be the biggest deal in raids, unfortunately, because you're not getting hit a ton by the trash, and I'll talk more about raids tomorrow when I film that video. But anyways, all right, it's always how I start a video off. It's like, all right, we're going to do mounts, and then I talk about everything that's not mounts. But anyways, the reason why this patch is significant is because now when you re-roll a mount, you can choose to keep the old stats. So that way I don't re-roll this and get 50 rolls of completely horrible stats that I can't use, and then it's a stressful situation, etc. I'll be able to keep this if this is the best roll. Now, a couple things could happen. You still want to be prepared and have enough materials to do rolls and whatnot, because what if, I'm a tank obviously, what if I re-roll this and I get a completely perfect DPS mount? Like max crit damage, whatever you're thinking about. You want to have enough materials to roll a second mount, because that way you'll be able to keep that mount and you can roll your second mount and re-roll that one. So last thing I'll show before we get into it is for newer players, ways to get the materials. I'm going to click on the star at the top right under the gold. If I click on Battle Pass, and if I click on Hunter's Store, you get these ace tokens, this currency. You get this, I think it's like 3 per day just for logging in and playing for 90 minutes or something. And we have not seen the artist experience book added here. It probably will be in the future. But what I want to talk about is you can get alloy material here. And if you go down at the bottom of the screen, the elimination button, it looks like a wolf's face. We're going to click on him. We're going to click on the store here. And then here, again, hopefully artist experience books will be here as well. But you do also have the alloy material here as well. And there's a bunch of different ways to get the golden legendary nuggets. So if you need to get your mount going, there you go. Also, this has been shown, I believe it's in the Discord. It's not that exciting, so don't worry about that one. Cosmetic is kind of but anyway, so that's how you can get materials if you're in a pinch. I think fishing might also give you some too, and maybe does the guild shop? I don't think the guild shop does, but I haven't looked at it in a while. But okay, no. But speaking of guild stuff, in a future video, probably I'll film it on Sunday because of the item 5 bonus. If you click on guild bonus and if you click on store in the bottom right corner, your guild accrues as currency, and once you've maxed out all the guild perks, the only thing to spend it on are these options. And so right now I've got my guild voting. Do they want to do a bunch of raids because the new raid is out, or do they want to just do a bunch of ordeals because everybody needs gold to refine and upgrade stuff? Do we want to do a mix? So we'll figure that out, and then Sunday I'll start popping stuff, and we will be popping off. But anyways, all right. So one of my key strategies of making a video that should be about 3 minutes into 10 minutes is talking about everything other than the mount. So let's actually do this. Let's start clicking these buttons. I do have enough material saved away to roll a second, maybe even a third mount, I don't know. And at the time of filming this video, there are no timeline announced or anything for mythic mounts. So you can be relatively comfortable rolling your legendary mount. And also, whenever mythic mounts come, they'll probably be super difficult to get, so they'll take some time anyways. All right. The one issue here is that the stats, if you look at the stats and add them up, the stats on a legendary mount is about the same total stats for a quality 9 epic item. And I think that's a bit of an oversight of the game. Maybe mythic mounts in the future will fix that. So the reason I bring it up is because I'm not going to worry about what the stats are. I would prefer to have low agility, but if it's higher agility, as long as the bonuses are good, I'm really not going to worry about it too much. But anywho, so we're going to go and we're click on reselect to re-roll it. Do you want to reselect the attributes? It cannot be undone. We clicked on it, and then here I get to choose. I can quit and keep my old bonuses, or I can save and keep the new ones. So obviously here we are going to quit, and then we're clicking and spending. That's how it's going. Crit damage and reflect. What do you think is going to happen? You think I'm going to get an amazing? That's actually that's a pretty good DPS mount, man. I was going to say, what do you think that's going to happen? Am I going to get a really good DPS mount first, or am I going to get a really good tank mount first? The reason why I'm staring at this so long is because my DPS build uses Thunder Fury and uses Jupiter, and they're both EM. So you know what? God. I'm so tempted to save that. Oof, we're stuck, man. Then I don't have a DPS mount, and I'm gonna let it go because that's a pretty nice DPS mount, man. I'm gonna let it go because people are looping Raid 9 with me right now, and I do not want to swap mounts and then have to roll a new one and so on. But the theory still holds true. Reflect and EM damage. That was a juicy amount, man. That's really tempting. Crit. What I want is at least 8% damage mitigation, and then I want absorb or reflect. And that's probably so. What I'm trying for is something very difficult. I'm very aware that the chance of me getting that is really, really low. We're probably going to run into another super crazy DPS mount too. But it's okay. My DPS build will not be ready for quite a while. What I did was I made a DPS build out of the least desirable guild boss drops, the set pieces, because they're easy to upgrade. They only cost nuggets, and they don't cost a lot of nuggets. And very soon, that's a pretty decent DPS mount too. Very soon, a lot of those items, some of them already are going to be on our trash rotation because nobody needs them. And I also mixed in 2 or 3 pieces I think 2 pieces of healer gear because we only have 2 healers. So, we only have 2 healers, and they're almost maxed on their gear already. Come on, give me something. Reflect and hit points. Cold damage. Just imagine doing this if I wasn't able to keep the old roll. It's a very stressful time. What I would have done is I would have rolled the second mount and then just rolled that until it's exactly what I want. And then I would just roll whichever mount is the lesser, but we're gonna be here for a while. Fortunately, it doesn't cost an insane amount, and the cost does not increase. I'm very thankful for those things. That makes one of the things that makes the game super playable. Speed and damage emit. Come on, give me something. Hopefully, I'll get some decent RNG from filming. It's almost as good as streamer RNG, but not. But we're gonna be here for a while. After this mount is done, all my damage and speed, that's not bad. All of my gold just goes into refining stuff. I have enough gold on me right now when I get that helmet that's in auction to get that to plus 10. And then I am just going to try to get 15s. A lot of people are going up to 15 because the amount of total stats that you get is crazy high. It costs a ton of gold, of course, but it's after, I think it's after 15 where you can lose. I think you can lose 2 levels or something, or the increase rate is just so ridiculously bad that it's just insanity to go beyond 15. And some people have definitely done it, but I'm not one. You can lose 2. I even heard you can lose 3 levels on a refine if your roll is bad enough. And I'm not a big fan of losing progress. I don't like that too much. It is an optional system. It is a gold sink. I get it. In some games, they just destroy your weapon. It's like the max upgrades is plus 10, and you have like a 5% chance to destroy the whole thing. Just horrible. I've talked previously about dodge. One of the reasons why dodge is not that desirable on a tank. It's still good, but it's the lowest value. I would still put it before hit point percentage, although that might change with artist. But the issue with dodge is if you dodge an attack, it cannot proc your pet proc. So a lot of times that pet proc is really, really important. Let's say you're low health from one attack, and then the next attack you dodge it and you can't proc your pet. That could have healed you. If that was damage mitt, man, just 3 letters away from making that a usable mount. It also has low agility, which is rather nice. Raid 9 is definitely difficult. Autopilot on it is very questionable. You can manual it with a crazy top team, of course, but it's making me rethink, do I want to go super low agility or how much click save there? Do I want to go, not super low agility, do I want to go super low stamina like I was planning before, kind of that bait tank build? And so we're going to do some testing and we'll see what's realistic, to be honest. A guild is on the 5th wave of guild boss. That's why we're getting so much guild loot recently. We're on the 5th wave. We have a lot of attacks remaining. I think we have around 1/3 of our guild that is not completely tapped out using all their attacks, so that's pretty crazy. A lot of people were saving their attacks until Sunday this week because they want to do a big push with ordeals for gold for refines, and that's one of the reasons why we're probably going to pop those ordeal tickets on Sunday as well to help people with that. I did the math, and with a 200% boost, we have enough tickets in the guild bucks to, oh man, if that dodge was damage mitigation, we would be on that. But anyways, we have enough guild bucks tickets to get enough ordeals that it's around 10 million gold if you can do ordeal 12 with a 200% boost. And so that's like a plus 10 on something, maybe a plus 10 on two items if you're very lucky. But the variance is crazy with the refines. I have gotten a plus 10. Super high agility. I'm not loving that, but that is definitely an improvement. We might keep going a little bit more. I just need to look at that for a minute. It's so beautiful. Yeah, let's do that. Well, stats are basically the opposite of what I want. And I think my stats didn't upgrade. I don't think it updated there. So let's jump out. There we go. So stats updated there. I can live with a little bit of agility. And I can, of course, re-roll this in the future. It's definitely not perfect. 10% damage mitigation would be the max, and then 5% reflect would be the max. So I might just, let's see how long this video is. We're at 14 minutes already. Good God, I can talk. I'm feeling pretty good with that, man. How far do we go? What's my gold looking like? We burnt through a lot of gold there. I think I did 4 million gold. So you know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until I get the helmet that is coming tomorrow night, and then I'm going to plus 10 it, and then I'll consider re-rolling more mount stuff in the future. But check it out. Also, one thing before we go, look at that beautiful mount. I'm going to make a different version of that mount tomorrow, and I'll probably show that off in the Discord. But go to world map. So right in the bottom left corner next to friends, you can click on world map. You can go to a new city. The only issue with this city is it does not have a duplicate of all of the NPCs. So I think this city is like a little bit empty. This is the new Notzilla. But I don't think it has any NPCs. I haven't really explored here. But anywho, that pretty much does it for this video. I'm probably going to go and film the other videos that show off all the new content. But there you go. We did it. Damage mitigation is definitely increased, and you know what that means. That means I need to change my build. So let's do that before I wrap up the video. I will lose 2% damage mitigation, and I'll get 2% block from this when I get the helmet tomorrow. But other than that, it would be nice if it showed how much overcap you have. I'm very happy that I got reflect. I lost 1.25 reflect when I changed my back piece, so it's nice to get that back. I've got dodge down pretty low. I will do amplifiers in the future. I'm trying to get that dodge off. Trying to get away from block. Oh, the block's not that bad, and then these two are good. But I want to get these up to the rank 9, of course. But that'll happen probably next week. Anyways, let's go to the chips, and we are going to switch damage mitigation over to reflect. I probably should put a bunch of block on, honestly, because raid is a little bit spicy. Let's see if are we still overcapped. We are still overcapped. I think this one is going to put me under. But this is just an easy way to see how overcapped we are. Also, this 2% dodge should be 4%. I've corrected that before, but it ain't gonna happen. And then here, let's see how much under we are. Am I still overcapped? Okay, so we're under there. So that's perfect. If I put that back on, then we're 5 over. And so let's put that back on. Switch, damage mit, boom. There we go. And last thing, so with the perks, if you missed it, I took 1 point out of this, and I took 1 point out of this to get sanked. I'm actually super underwhelmed by sank, but I was able to get emergency shield. I think I'll be showing off these 2 talents in Guild Boss 5 this week. So I think we shall see. It's like my pet proc, if I'm using Little Angel in Guild Boss 5, it's healing and shielding for 1,200 each, and then this gives me like just under 400 extra healing on top of that, which doesn't feel like much, doesn't sound like much. However, if I get 10 pet procs, then that's 4K. So it adds up. It's something. It's a 1 point talent. I would like to see that increase though to have more impact, but whatever. I'd like to see a lot more of the support skills get a little bit more oomph to make them competitive. But this, I get 4 attacks in each Guild Boss 4. I went back and I looked at my most recent battle. Based on my speed, and I got a little bit more agility now, I get 4 attacks. So I'll get 1 attack, and then I'll do this skill, then I'll get 1 attack, and I'll do this skill. Hopefully it'll be early enough to actually have some impact in the fight, but we'll see. I really want this to get changed to 0 SP so that tanks can use this sooner in the battle and have more impact. But anyways, there you go. So not perfect, but definitely a massive step in the right direction. I like that. But we're still going to be chasing the dream mount once I get my plus 10s. Or I might actually wait until I get plus 15 on everything and then come back to the mount. I've been very patient on the mount. But there you go. Hey, look at that. And the other thing I was concerned about, because I'm not wearing my reflect anymore because reflect's not going great in raid 9. But with this, I can slap on like 30 more reflect. No, like 25 more. Dude, I can get to like 40% reflect if I put every little piece on. So that's pretty good. But anywho, all right. We're gonna lose this helmet. We're gonna get the set helmet, and we're looking good, boys. We're gonna test out this when attacked. One SP, one teammate whose SP is not full is gonna get 3 SP, dude. That's. And you know, oh wait. Is it 3 SP or is it 30 SP? If it's 3 SP, this might be a big problem. I have to get used to the system where they've changed it. So here, 10 SP is 1 pip. If this is 3 SP, then that might be nothing. So I'll look into that. We'll test that. As always, yeah, that could be a problem. As always, appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.